everyone, wherever you be, across our beautiful planet's broad surface. And a warm welcome likewise to you, our Right Reverend Jennifer.
Yes, good morning. Welcome everyone.
And yes, I am Gordon, and together we are the ministers of the Lighthouse, the House of Light, a One Light Federation church here in Melton, Victoria, Australia. And if you are new aboard, welcome. If you are returning, likewise welcome. So we look forward to your loving company for this next special period of time when we indeed link with the highest, we bathe in the highest, and generally speaking, we have a ball because we know we are genuinely linked, as I said, with the highest and bathing in love. So, as always, we start and open with prayer. So will you join us right now with the opening prayer, then the furnace of light, spiritual protection exercise, after which we say together the Lord's Prayer. Thank you. Almighty, loving and eternal God, great and supreme Spirit, Lord Jesus Christ, our dear friends of the highest, what joy and upliftment fills not only our heart but our entire essence, knowing full well that we bathe with you of the highest. And as we lift and raise our vibration, as we lift even further, so as to truly unite with you of the highest, we thank you indeed for grasping our outstretched hands and lifting us even further, so that we truly elevate in and with your light, your loving guidance, and your loving assistance. And we thank you again this day, as is our wanton custom, for ensuring that everything which takes place be of the highest, for the highest good of all concerned. And we thank you for bringing peace and love into our respective lives and across the whole of this planet, so that truly we bathe, united in spirit, as one light, unified in your divine light. And indeed, let that divine will exist and be done at all times. With love we say thank you. Amen.
Amen.
I am a furnace of light, and I radiate and project my light, my love, my power, my strength, my might, throughout this home, over all this land, to the fence lines and beyond, and deep into the earth, and high into the heavens. And I transmute and transform all energies to love and light. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Leave us not within temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. Thank you. And Jenny, it's my privilege to invite you now to continue, and I look forward to listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. And what a pleasure it is to be here this day, the last day of May. We come what May. We have said many times over, it is important to have an understanding that we are truly together, united, that we bring forth the wisdom and the encouragement for you to have a deeper understanding of your own will and your own purpose. So let it be that you embrace all that we share this day. Let it truly enlighten and inspire you to open your eyes so that you receive the clarity that will help you on your daily venture. And let it be that you hold the hand of Spirit on high, for then you know that you will truly be blessed and that you will comprehend all that is available to you. For there are many messages and signs around you, and as you walk the path of righteousness and truth, the truth that is deep within you will be alive, a light, it will spark so much more than you could have ever imagined. We move forth this day, lovingly embracing the Spirit who work very closely with the two ministers present. For indeed they come forth to provide the wisdom, the enlightenment for all to share. And the vibration that is present will help you have a greater understanding of alignment, of connection. And so it is encouraged that you be aware of the vibrations that you see, that you witness, that you sense, wherever you are. Tune in and feel the vibration within your own energy field. Bathe in the peace that we provide and allow your heart to be warmed by the light. It is time to be healed. It is time to take control of your lives and allow yourself to truly elevate. Know that as you take the hand of Spirit, Spirit will help heal you. And indeed, Spirit will provide you with what you need to recognize and own. But let it be that you have the courage and the strength to embrace what is shared with you so that you have the understanding, and then you always act with love to embrace the lesson that is at hand. When we simplify things, it becomes easier then to love and accept all that is taking place within your world. So again, it is up to you. It is in your hands. So listen, sense, as all your senses are heightened. Truly feel the love within you, and remember that you are love, and that you are truly loved. And it is the love that we speak of that will help you surrender to higher vibration so that you then be the perfect expression of this. And our dear friends, come forth. And as we all play a part together, we know that we are instruments. We know that we have the opportunity to truly allow the higher vibration to shine through. And we gather, and we feel the passion so strong and deep within that we allow it to rise. We give permission so that we can be the act of kindness. We can be the healer. We can be the peacemaker. And so we outreach. And it is our intention that you feel that we are genuine and that the light is touching you. So let it be now that you feel this so strongly. And we are satisfied and loyal to all that is committed. And we enforce the vibration, and it provides a wealth of understanding to further foster our purpose. We stand truly obeying our calling, and we hear it from deep within, and it radiates far beyond what we realize. We are advised by higher source that we are ready to acknowledge the deeper meaning, so we move closer to the Godhead, the supreme light that will always love and support our endeavours to merge. So indeed, this means that we move in to the sacred light. We become one light, knowing that as we merge, as we unite, that we are fostering this light to become brighter. This is enlightenment, because we have that understanding that we are not alone, and that we work towards being a purer light, one which is so loving, that we extend this light so that all feel the warmth and the connection. There's a sense of knowing, and as we are aware, we feel the passion arise and take hold, and it lovingly nurtures our goal. But not only our goal, it nurtures all that we are. It nurtures our mind. It nurtures all that we are pursuing, because it is coming from a place of love and truth. So we thereby know that what we put out there, that we will receive with so much love, and it will come back to us to help us grow and elevate, so that we continue to nurture and nourish our own goodwill, and knowing that we are being the representative of the God spark so deep within us. And this is truly what we are connecting to. We are the representative of the loving light. So let it be that we become more of this loving light, so that we can truly achieve what we are here to achieve. We never stop believing that there is more to come, for we always know that there is. And definitely in the sense of enlightenment and fulfillment. So we are strong in all ways, and we deliberately try our best to have eternal rest, knowing that our soul is being healed. And as given, not only our soul, but our mind and our hearts, our journey has been prepared. Let it be that you acknowledge the doors have opened, and that you walk the path of righteousness and truth. And as you enter through the doorways, that you will always be greeted by love. You will always be supported to achieve what is present to achieve. Remembering that I am present in the presence of my righteousness and truth. So all that is open to me right at this moment, I am aware of it. I am embracing it with all that I am, so that I truly grow, that I truly expand, and that I understand firsthand that I am love, and that I am committed to the purpose of this life, to be the representative of the higher, so that we make a difference upon the earth, where we truly shine that light to bring peace, to bring healing, upliftment, joy, so that we can all unite together in peace and harmony. So be one with us to achieve that which we need to achieve. We must take on the role of master, mastering our own efforts and lack thereof. We pursue what we know is needed, knowing it will continue to serve you all the days you give it strength. But it takes a strong will to activate, guide, and nurture such efforts. So the more that we put in, the more that we receive. It is always the same in everything that we do in life. What we put in, we get out of it. So it is to master, which means we need to take control. We need to truly love and foster and nurture all that we are learning. Don't let it be hard. Just see that it is simple. Because once we put love on it, it is the recipe for success. We acknowledge personal responsibility, for it is indeed a righteous truth that we lovingly care for our light and the way we present it. Meaning, here I am, and the best part of me is radiating, is on display. And this indeed too, for when we are connected to the divine, and when we radiate the divine light, then isn't that the best? Indeed it is. So then we are shining this light. And if we do this right through life, then every action that we display, every thought that we have is growing, purer, wiser, and lighter. For we are recognizing, we are aware and acting, doing the best we can. And when we know that we can even do better, we transform all to light, so that it helps lift and provide us with extra wisdom that we need. We need that further clarity to have an understanding. We believe in who we truly are. We know we have the gifts deep within, and it is about allowing them to come forth and to shine. Never deny your right to be your truth. Testing times give opportunity for you to evaluate and work towards elevating, and this in turn is a responsibility that will help you achieve goals, to help you achieve an awareness which brings comfort, knowing you have the means to respond and act. And when you are in your power, meaning to be aligned and focused, amazing things are achieved. And indeed, you must remember that you too are amazing. Let it be that you give thanks every day for the path that has been prepared for you. What will come this day? Let it be that you are positive in mind, body, and spirit, knowing that your team, your spiritual team who guide you, who support you, are encouraging you to be positive, to be focused on achieving. And so that every step you take, you embrace the love and all that is being presented to you. But you must be aware that it is there. And so it is having the strength to believe in it. And so it is now that as you give thanks for your awakening, as you give thanks knowing that you are connecting and receiving this wisdom, that you feel yourself becoming more relaxed, knowing that your life is in your hands and it is the way you live it. This is time. This is the year of enlightenment, so we can change what we know will help aid and foster our purpose, our goal, our dreams. Let it be that you truly believe in yourself, love yourself enough to let go and to recognise that which is in your life that is pulling you down, and truly let it go and transform it to love and light. Recognise the people in your life. Are they providing you with nourishment? Are they nurturing your soul? Are they loving you? Recognise. Bathe everybody with love so that you can see the truth. And so when you look into the eyes of another, you can feel the love. You can feel the lesson that is being taught. Recognise what the eyes are saying. Recognise what the heart is saying. But when you truly love yourself, you recognise those who come close to you, those who truly love and support you, your mission, your purpose, your role, as in to be with the highest, will truly be there for you. And the encouragement is to gracefully honour. We are all on the earth, bathing in the beauty of earth. So let it be that you connect to this beauty as it reminds you of the beauty that is within yourself. And then you will wish to go deeper within. And you will allow more time to be in the stillness so that you can truly capture the beauty that is within you. And so now as we move into meditation, as we know now that this is the time that we pause, knowing that we give permission to go into the heart center, where we are encompassed with love. And it is then that the love bathes, enriches, and soothes. And so now, as you truly release and let go now, and as you see yourself in a ball of light, and knowing that this ball of light protects, nurtures, and nourishes, call forth now your higher guides and angels, your loved ones. Who is it you wish to spend this sacred time with? Call them forth now and know that their presence is with you. Feel their love and let it be now that you know that together, united, you will heal together, rise together, and shine together. So it is now that you're in your ball of light and you are aware of the vibration as it gently soothes your vibration. And you give permission to release and let go of all stress and anxieties. You give permission to be one with the divine. You transform and transmute all energies to light so that the light truly serves you, so that it nurtures and uplifts you. And you become aware of many butterflies all around you. And they form a pathway of light. Many colours are forming. Beautiful pathways before you. And you are so elated, in awe of all that you see. All these butterflies preparing a place for you. And as you look up into the heavens, and you see the bright light shining upon you, but you are also aware of the rainbows and all the colours encompass you, forming many pathways at your feet. And you stand in your power, for you stand committed to serve, committed to understand your truth. And as you look to your feet and you see all the colours of light, and you feel now the vibration as it gently caresses, as it gently prepares you. And you look to your feet, and your feet are colourful, radiant and vibrant. And you are now being prepared. Your spirit team move closer to you, and you are aware of their presence, their love, and you are strengthened. And you are now given a beautiful gift in your hand. And as you see, feel and sense this gift in your hand, you are aware that it is providing a comfort, a reassurance. And as it strengthens your energy field, knowing that the light that shines upon you is now providing guidance and assistance. And that which you see in your hand now is alive. You now see before you one that you truly trust. And the guidance is there to take that step with courage, with faith. And you so believe in this that you take that step with ease. And as you do so, you feel that you instantly are elevated. You feel lighter. And all the colours that encompass you are now brighter and clearer. You have perfect vision. And you see a scene, a beautiful place that helps you embrace the healing, that helps you embrace the understanding that your loved ones watch over you. And as you connect to all that you see now, allow the vibration to enter your heart center, and you feel your heart center expanding with so much love, bathing in the peace and harmony that is present. You go deeper and deeper into connecting to this heart, this loving heart. And as you continue to receive the healing, you move deeper into peace. And the gift continues to feed you, nurturing your heart and your soul. You are aware of the messages entering on all levels. For you are receiving the wisdom that you need. Allow the scene that presents to provide you with what you need right now, for the answers are before you. Whether you're seeing, sensing, hearing, knowing that this is it, or this is the time. This is your commitment to recognize the light, to recognize the healing, and the color vibration provides you with the comfort and the beautiful vibration lovingly permeates throughout your entirety. So let it be that as you are nurtured and healed, the butterflies continue their flight, always providing direction, always awakening a memory, always reminding you of your beauty, always saying, I love you. So be aware now of what you know feeds your soul. Be aware of the people who come into your mind right now, knowing that these are the people who are here to love you, to nurture you, to support, to guide, to comfort. Know that they are there for you, to reach out to them in times of need. Allow yourself to bathe in prayer and to feel the unity and so now, with the gift in your hand, with the scene before you, so colourful and bright, with the light shining upon you, continuing to feed and bathe you, know and trust that all is right. Know and trust that all that is taking place in your world right now, that you are learning and growing from. And the more that you radiate love and understanding, the more love and understanding that you will receive. It will provide you with the clarity. So truly let it be that you be in the peace, in the stillness, in the quiet, and be inspired to truly let go of all that you do not need, of all that burdens you. Just transform it to love and light, and that is setting it free. Bring your awareness to the butterflies, to the beautiful colours, and allow the peace to encompass you now. And as you now see yourself standing upon the earth and feeling the earth vibration beneath your feet, remember that you are a love and light your light to heal the world, to bathe in the peace. And with love and gratitude now, you give thanks for all that you have received, and to those who have been with you, truly loving you. So be at peace now. And as you give thanks and understand the wonderful opportunity that you have this day, this moment, to give thanks for life, and acknowledge that you can elevate right now and ascend whenever you choose to, by surrendering, by remembering that you are truly love and light, that you are spirit, living a physical existence. And the goal, the purpose, is to be more of our higher self, the love and light, the purity of your spirit. So let it be that we unite with this light, so that we can truly be. And we exercise this right, for it is our truth to do so. And so now, with love, we give thanks once more, seeing yourself glowing with light and inspired to truly shine that love that you feel inside. And so now, as you take in a deep breath, remembering the life force flows through you. So peacefully, surrounded by grace, allow yourself now to feel the warmth and the peace. And give thanks once more as you open your eyes. And are now prepared to hear the wonderful wisdom of Gordon Mackenzie. And so we now welcome Gordon to come and join us as he brings forth the wonderful wisdom of the day. Thank you, Gordon.
Thank you, Jenny, and thank you. What a beautiful meditation.
Thank you.
And that superb wisdom. Wow.
Thank you, Spirit.
Yes, friends, you know that wisdom comes forth on a daily basis, not just daily, but whenever Jenny tunes in, Spirit speak. And, oh wow. Speaking of Spirit speaking, well, this is exactly that which was conveyed from Spirit ready for today. So friends, we well know that there are signs with and around us. And I don't just refer to traffic and parking signs, or the other signs staring and glaring at us through our respective travels. For I speak of the signs from Almighty God, from Jesus, from the highest of spirit. For truly I say to you, there are signs all around us. But do we see? Do we allow ourselves to see? Do we take notice of the signs throughout our travels? For example, when we are driving, do we take notice of the signs? Well, if we don't, it will inevitably be at our peril. However, we all know and are well aware that we have the ability to ignore and to block things out. But if we allow and open ourselves to listen, to observe, to receive, and to take notice, yes, there are spiritual signposts with potentially hugely important and beneficial messages attached, begging for our attention. But the one important ingredient in this equation is that we need to be open and willing to firstly recognize, secondly, acknowledge, and thirdly, give permission to receive and take on board, in order for us to willingly accept and accommodate the message and the implied knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of and from the divine light. In past addresses to you, Jenny and I have clearly stated, just as Spirit of the Highest have abundantly made clear to us, the fact that there are signs all around us, each and every one of us. And just as, likewise, spiritual awakening is available to every person living in this physical existence, the question remains, is it that each of us wish to be spiritually awakened, or are there those of us who wish to spiritually remain asleep in this lifetime? After all, we all have free will. It is for us to make a choice, but I certainly know it is my desire to spiritually awaken and to live, dwell, and bathe with the divine, and to likewise serve Almighty God to the absolute best of my skill and ability. But again, it is that we need be awake and alert to recognize, perceive, and embrace the signs as they present to and around us, in order that we can learn, further grow, and better serve. And towards this end, just as I spoke of and shared a letter from Beethoven in my address to you last week. You remember that letter? I do. In another sign, I received an email from a friend this week, and which I will now share with you. For both Jenny and I regard this as a gem, and thank you to Henk. Before he died, a father said to his son, "Here is a watch that your grandfather gave me. It is almost 200 years old. Before I give it to you, go to the jewelry store downtown. Tell them that I want to sell it, and see how much they offer you." The son went to the jewelry store, came back to his father and said, "They offered me $150 because it's so old." The father said, "Go to the pawn shop." The son went to the pawn shop, came back to his father and said, "The pawn shop offered $10 because it looks so worn." The father asked his son to go to the museum and show them the watch. He went to the museum, came back and said to his father, "The curator offered $500,000 for this very rare piece to be included in their precious antique collections." The father said, "I wanted to let you know that the right place values you in the right way. Don't find yourself in the wrong place and get angry if you are not valued. Those that know your value are those who appreciate you. Don't stay in a place where nobody sees your value." Friends, there is so much wisdom within that story. But in reality, the wisdom can be seen and perceived as simple, or even basic common sense. For there are many of us who are most definitely undervalued, or not even valued at all. But if we stop just long enough to think about what I just said, and to which you readily agreed, this implies that we know, and we no doubt complain to those near and dear to us, of our concern that we are not valued. Yet surely we must ask of ourselves the obvious question, and that being, if we know we are not valued, or that we are undervalued, then do we value ourselves? For if truly we value ourselves, then by allowing this situation to continue, surely it tells us very clearly that we do not value ourselves anywhere near what we believe to be our true value. Otherwise, we would have done something to rectify and remedy the situation. For indeed, the signs are all around us. But by ignoring the signs, we continue on the pathway of knowing that we are not valued or that we are undervalued. It is said that God helps those who help themselves. But in actual fact, God's outstretched hand is there at all times. But it is for us to reach out, to reach up and to grasp and take hold of God's divine, helping, uplifting, supporting, encouraging, guiding, and nurturing hand. Hence, it is for us to sufficiently awaken and to get out of our own way. As in this case, where it is for us to sufficiently value ourselves, so as to know our worth and that we are indeed worthy of better. For where some may find it easy to dismiss and to cast us aside, as if we are unworthy in their eyes, and purely of burden, but in all truthfulness, God never abandons us, and truly knows and values our worth, and with that, our full, true, and loving value, our God-given value and worth. For indeed, we may truly say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And so it is that God obviously knows us, our heart, and what's inside, so to speak. And whereas others may not know, whether it be out of ignorance or out of jealousy or rivalry, as stated, God will never abandon us. And hence, even in our darkest hour, we are never alone, for God is with us and reaching out to us at all times, if only we recognize the signs around us. And just as the jeweler did not recognize the true value in the grandfather's watch, and whereas the pawnbroker brushed the watch aside as being worn and tired in appearance, the curator was the wise one who knew what he was talking about and truly recognized the value of that which he beheld, and how often similar stories appear to our respective notice when brilliant inventors have been brushed aside whilst presenting something new, but which later turned out to be an outstanding success. And similarly with great musical composers who were dismissed with unbelievable ease in their early efforts and attempts to be recognized, to be heard, and to be received. And even when an opportunity seems secured, it's not to count the chickens before the eggs hatch. For as was the case with Beethoven as a young man, when, having travelled a long distance in his effort to meet and to study with Mozart, but after finally arriving, ascertaining Mozart's whereabouts and arranging a time to meet with him for a piano lesson, Beethoven was urgently called back home to his ailing mother, who had taken ill. Sadly, before Beethoven could undertake the journey once again, Mozart himself had passed to spirit. And so Beethoven was obviously not destined to meet or to study with Mozart. There are times when things don't work out as we would hope, think they ought, they should, or they might. But in actual fact, by things not working out on a higher level, this is the way things were meant to work out. Yes, this is the way things were meant to work out, as in being for the highest good of all. And in order that we look at, recognize, see, and perceive things from a different perspective. For there are none so blind as those who do not wish to see. And if we do not look with open and awakened eyes, we could again ask the question we earlier asked as to whether or not we truly value ourselves and our inherent talents and abilities, along with all that which totals our reality, and with which Almighty God has seen fit to bless and bestow with and upon us. And whereas others may walk away from us or even desert us, it is not for us to allow ourselves to fall away, as indeed they fall away. For again, it is for us to remember that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that what some do not see or choose not to see, others will value in accordance with its true value and worth. For as Robbie Burns, in one of his songs from 1760, The Origin of Soldier's Joy, stated, "The rank is but the guinea stamp. The man himself is the gold." Meaning that which is within is the true gold, for it is the spiritual essence and the loving heart that is indeed the true gold, and not the superficial adornments. But there are those who cannot see this, and who don't know, don't recognize, and don't understand. Just as there are those who do, but who choose to dismiss, in preference of honoring and thrusting forward their own selfish pursuits and vested interest for advancement, elevation, and prominence, albeit at the expense of all and sundry, regardless of the true value and worth of others. However, at all times it is for us to remember that it is not for us to judge. For as we point the finger, there are 4 fingers pointing back at us. But rather, as we have been taught, and we hence know better, forgive them, Father, for they do not know. And whereas it can be very lonely at the top, or when elevating and meeting with success, it is for us, however, to again remember that over and above everyone else, God never deserts us. But it is again for us to know, acknowledge, and remember that we are never too great to learn from or to even respect another. As given in my address last week when speaking of Beethoven, he did not see it as being beneath or below his dignity to help, support, and encourage those aspiring and genuinely gifted with God-given talent, in order that he helped them in their endeavors to advance and have the opportunity for further growth, development, and elevation. After all, their talents were God-given, as were Beethoven's. And so, if he were to have brushed aside those who sought his tutelage and guidance, what would that have said or implied for his regard and recognition of the talents and gifts bestowed upon him by the divine? And for that divine light within, for naturally those genuinely of divine light will do everything possible to help those truly of light, and whom, with good intention, come forward seeking help, guidance, assistance, direction, understanding, development, elevation, and everything else which may be possible so as to develop and elevate their God-given talents. For those talents were given, and given for a reason, so as to help everyone by way of their sharing. And thus we again come back to unity, the unification of spirit, as in the motto of our One Light Federation. For if we all pull together and work and strive to achieve and help and assist and aid each other in support of higher and divine pursuits, surely we can all understand that this would truly be a massively honourable and truly divine undertaking, but so worthy in its making, achievement, application, and implementation. For truly and forevermore, the divine and loving light of Almighty God would shine throughout and within. For there would be such love, light, and universal peace and harmony that this earth has never before known or witnessed. But it is possible, so don't be blind towards the divine qualities within yourself or within others, and allow your divine light to be seen and to be recognized, but for the benefit of all concerned. And as with the grandfather's watch at the beginning of this address, remember that the true value is that which is within, and not the superficial adornment. And I pray that this wisdom and these words truly adorn you, your essence, and your soul and spirit. And God bless you. And Jenny, would you like to come back and
I'd love to.
join me?
Yes, thank you. Wonderful, wonderful wisdom. I love that story about the watch because it is so true. So true. So beautiful.
Well, we could have a play on words and say we need be watchful, boom boom, and it is timely.
It certainly is.
Yes.
So I truly hope that has truly inspired all of you. And always remember, as I was watching and listening to Gordon present.
I like that. That was subtle as you were watching. Well done. Thank you.
But it was also with me to remind everybody that you cannot heal somebody who does not heal themselves.
Or doesn't wish to
Or
be
does not wish to be healed.
Yes.
But never lose hope. Never forget them or cast them aside. Keep them in your prayers. Keep sending loving light to them so that people continue to grow. And it is so important to remember that you make a difference. Every person on the earth makes a difference. And just as our spirit team said, as we look into the night sky and admire the stars that are shining, so too as they look down upon the earth and see the light workers shining is the same. How beautiful that is.
Yes.
So the more people who are aware of their light, the people who truly know that they make a difference and that they do what they can to shine that light through prayer, through love, through bathing and radiating the light, truly does make a difference. And I'm also so aware of the beautiful warmth in this sacred space that we have created here, and feeling the love moving through us. But also too, I am aware that if you truly allow yourself to feel how genuine the love is that we send out to everybody, that you feel this loving warmth in your own heart, and allow yourself to truly embrace it. Acknowledge that you are loved and that Spirit do all they can to remind you of who you are. And they will always support you, and they never give up on you. So always remember, never give up on yourself. And every day, send prayer. But also too, be grateful for the blessings that are in your life. All you need to do is look into the heavens, whether day or night, you will see the beautiful sights. And they are all around you, communicating with you. You must remember that the life force communicates with you. So connect and have a wonderful conversation. Enjoy the dance of life. And as our dear little Sarah continues to encourage, is to continue to dance, continue to sing, lift your vibration through music, beautiful music that is uplifting, meaning of the higher vibration. And if you truly listen to that, you will see the difference it makes. And the more that you sing, your heart sings too. And it lifts your vibration. It brings positive thoughts. So let it be that you do what you can to help yourself. It is so important to help yourself, to know that it is worthy. It is a worthy cause. And that when you are loving yourself, that is your personal responsibility. So no more excuses. Stop dismissing it. Know that you are awakened. And allow this wonderful message now that you are feeling, and feel that love deep within you, knowing that it is time, the year of enlightenment, to embrace the light that you are and to shine it upon the earth. For we are all walking the earth. Let it be that we are united by that stronger, divine love.
And indeed, speaking of shining and communicating, Jenny, for those of you watching this broadcast live on Facebook, you can, of course, view this broadcast again on YouTube and along with our previous broadcasts. And this will continue well into the future, so on Facebook and on YouTube. If you wish to look for us and read a little more, you can do that likewise by visiting our website. Just keep an eye out for the spider. After all, it's a website. Yes, bon. So the website is www.thelighthouse, the House of Light. That's all one word and it's all lowercase. www.thelighthouse, the House of Light, all one word lowercase, .org, O-R-G. And that is the best way of finding us. And there are tabs there where you can click onto Facebook and onto YouTube and find our direct channels. And so it is that we give great thanks to you, every one of you, for your loyal support, for tuning in, watching, bathing, listening, and we thank you for your company, as we thank you likewise for your love. And truly, we thank our Divine Spirit teams, the teams working together for the highest good and to make all of this possible. And indeed, let it be with one light, so that we are truly united, unified in spirit, that we pull together for the highest good of all concerned. For just as Jenny said, and as her wonderful team have said through her today, there is so much possible and remains possible in this year of
enlightenment.
The year of enlightenment. And so it is that we say thank you and God bless you.
Yes. And it is to be at peace, and it is to allow the calm to truly embrace you. And remember, be proud of the footprint that you leave behind upon the earth. Let it be that it is remembered with the love that you wish it to be. And then you will have an understanding then that every moment is precious. So be at peace with who you are. Be at peace with what is taking place around you. Move into the higher vibration so that you receive the wisdom, the higher teaching, so that you know then how to embrace and to work with what is at your feet. And then walk with dignity and be proud of everything you do. And then you will achieve far more than you ever thought possible. Remember, I am one with you. I walk with you. And it is that we continue to build bridges. And we allow the love to shine through at all times, because that is the answer. And that is what you will always receive when you connect to higher vibration. So allow this to be with you. Give yourself time to be in the stillness and to go deeper within. And you will always find what you are looking for. There is a wealth of kindness, and love always embraces home. So peace be with you.
Thank you very, very much. Beautiful, beautiful message. And so, dear friends, sadly, it's always sad when we come to the end and we bring forth that closing prayer, because that means we now start the process of looking forward to when we next join together. But in the interim, certainly love be with you. Will you join us now with the closing prayer? Almighty, loving and eternal God, great and supreme Spirit, Lord Jesus Christ, our dear friends of the highest, once again, you have excelled. You have shown beyond any doubt, if ever that existed, that indeed the divine light is above and beyond all. It is supreme. And as that love so freely adorns and enlightens and offers so much more as it comes forth for the benefit of all, it is that we strive to reach and to elevate even further. As we give our thanks to you for your blessings this and all days, we thank you for ensuring it is the highest wisdom, the purest wisdom, the truth, the guidance and the upliftment, which will keep us on the best possible roadway, that towards elevation and true divinity, so as to always bathe with you in your light and at the highest. And it is with love that we very humbly say thank you. Amen.
Thank you.
And thank you. You have indeed been viewing the live broadcast from the Lighthouse, the House of Light, a One Light Federation church in Melton, Victoria, Australia. God bless you.